Chapter 9, question 12. Tui made the following hypothesis. Apparently 2 times n minus 1 is less than 5, and n plus 1 is less than or equal to 2n. Which of the following conclusions can she make? So, the word hypothesis is kind of interesting, and I like it that they have it here. It's basically indicating we have this if, and then statement. So she's saying if this is true, if what she's saying, if this is true, then what can she conclude? So in a hypothesis, we're assuming that statement is true, and we're saying what can we derive from that? So we're going to say, okay, this statement is true. Well, one of the things we can do is if I look at each side of this and statement, I can have 2n minus 1 is less than 5, and the other one is n plus 1 is less than or equal to 2n. I can simplify this and get the n's by themselves. So for this first one, I could perhaps add 1 to both sides, and then I would get 2n is less than 6, and then I could divide both sides by 2, and I could then say that n is less than the number 3. Now that's part of my and. That's one side of the and statement, right? And something else is true. Now when I look at that and I look at my choices, I can see obviously these aren't going to work because these are less than or equal to. That's the wrong inequality symbols on all of those. Now over here for B and D, they both are n's are less than 3. So one of those is probably going to be it. In fact, I can see which one it has to be just based on the inequality symbols, but let's go ahead and solve this anyways. I'm going to subtract an n from each side, so I'm just subtracting it. That is 1 is less than or equal to an n. That's an awkward way of saying it, but I like to have as the variable first. So this is n is the greater one, right? It's the larger of the two. 1 is smaller than that. So I'm going to say that n is greater than or equal to 1. So you can see I've got these two parts here. N is greater than or equal to 1, and n is less than 3. So the correct answer is B.